Alright. Wait so some people get on here. And let's make sure this is on. All messages. Hey Patty, how you doing?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
You know what's crazy? I almost forgot about the 6 o'clock thing. And I'm the one that put all the notification things out. Well, you know what I'm saying. Like telling everybody starting at 6 Central Time. Hey, they're from Missouri. Hey
What's going
Sonya.
on?
Hey Sherry, how you doing? Thank you. Hey Karen. Thank you. Hey Miss Monica. Hey Miss Magical Monica. So I saw her from you. We're doing good. I'm still cleaning a little spit up from. He just did it right before we started. Hey Anita, Kate. It's got a bunch of them. Hey Tina from Rochester, New York. And yeah we got some updates. Hey Jessica. Hey Miss Melissa.
Yeah.
Howdy. Good you, Miss Geraldine. Next how we are.
How are you? I guess he's okay. We're good.
Yeah, he's not asleep. He's just laying there.
No, just grumpy.
Whew. Alright, let's see. Think something will pop. How you enjoying being a mom? It's the greatest thing you too, Miss Joe Sunday. I love it. And I was a little worried about, how you wait so long for something and then it finally happened and you're like, well, you had got to the point to where you just kind of accepted that it wasn't going to happen. I was worried that I wouldn't be as happy as I would, but words can't explain how excited and happy you can still be, and I don't have no regrets.
Oh, as for me being mommy, I'm doing great. Just doing great. Happy.
Hey, spending and saving with Keita. Thanks for silent.
H is silent.
Thank you. Hey, Miss Sassy Saving Sister, Miss Triple S. It's going good. What about you? Hey, Susan. Thank y'all. Hey, Couponer with Princess. Is it Evie? Oh, yeah, it's been a while, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, Jessica.
We gotta get back on our YouTube grind. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Hey, I did pretty good with notification thing this time. We actually got some people on here right off, too. Everything at his own time. God had his plan. He knew what he was doing. Exactly. He was going. Okay.
The only person who knew.
Exactly. Um, that's really the only way you can explain to kids, because like a lot of them knew we wanted kids. Like a lot of kids we spend time with and everything else. And like today we were sitting there talking about like how we can't give this one back. This is ours. We don't have to give this one back. This is ours. So we was excited. Okay, so remember last time we talked and we, showed y'all the
Had
baby
the baby.
and everything and let y'all know about updates and why we hadn't been on there because all the health issues and things I had concerns. And then plus he was working over the road and now everybody's at home again. Kids have no filter. Exactly. What I said, women lie, men lie, but kids tell the truth.
The truthful.
Yeah. But so anyway, everything was going pretty good. Like, of course, pain wise, it was pretty rough. And I had went to one of my checkups, and they were acting like, "Oh, everything looks like it's going good and everything." But I was letting her know, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I had never had a C-section before, so I was like, I don't know. But listen to other people talk about their C-section stuff. Even though complications can happen, you're still like, okay, everything's still okay. So I explained everything to her, but because this is usually how I look when it comes to pain, especially after this year, this last year. So like you can't go by me a lot of times to know that I'm in pain or how much pain, especially I mean that goes with anybody really, but you know what I'm saying. Some people show it more than others. Well, anyway, when I went to my checkup after the C-section at my doctor's office, I had one of the nurses to work in there, and I told her what was going on, everything and else, and I told him even he was thinking about going ahead and taking me to the doctor because go to the hospital one of the nights because of how bad it seemed like it was getting me. And you are not a wimp. You're stronger than what you think you are. But
No wimps.
but the thing is that I told her everything, and and she was just like, if I looked at her, I could tell by her face, because some people you can tell it's like you're like, they don't care, or they can't really. She probably never had one. It's probably looked at it, and she was just like, and I looked at her, and I just said, before I even stopped talking, when I was explaining everything to her, I said, well, that's normal, huh? And she's like, yeah. I said, okay. I said, I'm just letting you know because I told her all the stuff that was going on, how the different feelings was and everything else, and she said it's normal though. I mean, unless you like you can't do anything about it, like you just in so much pain you can't move. And I was like, well, and I told you that already about the other night, and she was like, well, it'll be more than that. I'm like, okay. And so we left and everything else. Well, what was it, like a couple days after that? Like maybe 2 days tops. We was at the house and he came. I told him when he come home, I wanted him to check my stitches or whatever. And right in the center of my stitches, I had a bubble. It looked like if somebody put an apple up under, like in the middle of my C-section scar. So of course, we went ahead and went to the emergency room. I went ahead and notified my parents and stuff, and he notified his, and we let them know what was going on. And shout out to my parents and stuff like that for helping out with that. But anyway, so I ended up having to have surgery again. So what happened was, went to the emergency room, and they were like, yeah, that don't look right, but let's check about fever. It didn't really have a fever. They was trying to make sure if it wasn't infected or anything like that, but it was obviously that shouldn't be there. And then the guy came in that specializes with wounds and stuff like that, and he was like, okay. He said I'm gonna order you a CT scan or a CAT scan, whichever they call it. And he said, but he said I want you to I had to drink something and all that, so they can look at it while they scan you too. But and I was like, look, I just want to go home. I said because it was having a rough night and it wasn't their fault. It had some people that was acting stupid, and I was so embarrassed by being there, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so he said it's either two things. He said one is just a little fluid right on the surface, pretty much. He said we'll just drain it, and it won't be that bad. Contrast, that's what it's called. And he said, or two, he said, if it actually is between the layers of the muscle, different stuff like that. He went into detail. He said then we'll have to actually go in and have surgery and everything else. And I said, I hope it's not that. He said, me too. He said, but he said I can't make any promises. He said, but I can't. He said I'm not just gonna say anything until we know for sure. And he looked at me like, you probably gonna have to stay tonight. And I was like, crap. So the only thing I was thinking about, I want to be with my baby. I cried so hard because that was my first time being separated from my baby. And when I say cried, I was like tears. And they were like, I had people feeling sorry for me. I'm like, no, it's not that. I said, I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I said, I have been away from my baby. And it's my first time being away from my baby. So anyway, so we ended up going. So anyway, they came back in after all the scanning and everything else, and they said it's gonna be like an hour after I got my contrast and scan done. And then when I say it probably was 10, 15 minutes, I've never had results that fast. And he's like, okay, you're gonna have to stay tonight. They immediately started me on antibiotics, all this other kind of stuff, and I had surgery that next morning, around 8 o'clock. They actually sent me back a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
And then this time they put me to sleep for my surgery. For the C-section, I was awake. They just numbed me, in the spine. And so this time, when I say he was like, I'm gonna put you to sleep and everything else, I'm like, okay. And then we got into the operating room. The woman, he said, okay, she's about to start the catheter. I was like, oh crap. And the next thing you know, I was waking up in the room. They pushed me back in the room when my baby and Lee was in there. Lee, Mr. Al Sunday, was in there. And that's all I was thinking about, was seeing them anyway. So after I realized it was okay and everything, I actually was gonna give me some sleep. But I was able to feed and everything else. So, but I had to stay for a couple of days. I was trying to go home that same day because it was like, if everything goes good, go ahead and go home that same day. But my pain was too high, and they knew I was in pain. And she was like, I don't want you to lie to me. So at this point, they knew I had a high tolerance for pain. And when they told me that again, I was like, is that really a real thing? And they told me yes. And it's not something that people make up. You actually have a high tolerance for pain. I was like, okay. But the funny thing is, yeah, I'm about to go to y'all comments. But the funny thing is, is that if I get a splinter, they'll take me out the game. A paper cut, they'll take me out the game. But I had all these other issues, and the C-section, all that was horrible and stuff. But I wouldn't really you hear me screaming or anything with the C-section thing and all like. And the bad thing is, the second time I went in for them to go back and do surgery and all that, and she even fixed something. She said, well, she said she redid my scarring and all that. Just the doctor said. But anyway, the funny thing is, I felt better after the second one. Not saying not immediately. Oh no, I felt worse immediately after while I was in the hospital. But after coming home and a few days later, pretty much about up to a week later, it was a big difference compared to a week later with my actual C-section. So I'm doing all this extra healing, and I just gotta be patient. So let me go to these comments.
So while she's reading comments, right? Let me tell y'all something about yesterday.
Good evening, Christine. Let me read some of this first.
Miss Our Sunday decided to fall off the bed while she's healing.
Lee said decided to as if I did it on purpose. I have 7 kids and that one was off here. 7 C-section. Never had one, but I think that would be hard because you're getting cut. You're so strong. No, I mean, Miss Patty, I had to. That's the only thing. It's not about being strong. It's just about you just gotta get over it. And that was the thing I told him. I was like, I'm already trying to heal in general from the pregnancy because, like I said, I had a lot of complications. But I said it's only one way to get the baby out, And I didn't want to have surgery, but it is what it is. Crazy. It was scary. Okay. They should have let him in with you. They have a mother baby room. I'm happy you went back. The doctor was out of order and should have fixed you incision. Yep. Like a lot of people, like I know a lot of people think about. Well, that was my first time seeing that one. All the other people, they must talk about me to a certain extent because they know I had like a horrible pregnancy and everything else, and like I could tell from her demeanor and everything. I don't know if she dealt with somebody before me, which is possible. And it's like it's like I'm upset with her to a certain extent, but it's like I'm not because how many other people you dealt with, and they probably was like pill hungry or something, But my thing is I still want you to treat me differently because that's what you would want to be treated. It's differently, and let's say there was an infection and it would got out of hand or something, and all you did was just look and be like, "Huh, it looks alright," and then you put some over it, and then send me home, and then ain't no way you didn't. I don't know. Like I said, I'm that's not my profession. I can't really speak on it. You know more about that because you're a nurse, but in the same sense, it's So glad you're very nice and strong. Thank you. No, like I said, it ain't being strong. It's just dealing. We gotta do what you gotta do. But the one thing hey Aisha. But the one thing I looked at is that a lot of mothers I had seen in the past were stronger because they had a child, and I believe that's what helped me. It was when I was pregnant. It was looking forward to seeing him. It was all about hope, like me make sure I take care of business because of him. Then afterward, it was like I gotta get better so I can get back to my baby. I gotta get so to get back to my baby, But let's see. Well, here's the thing, Miss Patty. I wouldn't say they done anything wrong. They actually was willing to explain everything to me and all that, and I kind of knew part of it. My uterus is still full of fibroids and they're still heavy, or whatever. So my stomach would be actually all the way flat right now. Like shortly after I came home, it would have been flat. But I have a couple little spots that look like my stomach part, not where my C-section, which is lower. It's like a bikini cut. My actual stomach has a little bulge in it, but my C-section area, that was the part that had a problem. So what it is, my uterus is too heavy, so the inner stitches, the weight of that ended up coming undone. It wasn't the outside stitches, it was the inner stitches that came undone. But as of right now, I do have a wound, like an open wound. And I didn't really ask you all the details of that. I was just still like, I'm open, But the second time they went and everything, I didn't get like glue and all the other kind of stuff. I got like staples and stitches and all that other. So, and they did that to make sure everything drained because when they sent me home from the hospital, I had like this little drainage pump thing. And then when I went back and actually check and take that out the second time, then they actually took one staple out, and that was the one that was in the middle. Because like I said, I'm actually open. Like first, how long would you say it was? About that long?
Mm-hmm.
about this long open, not as wide, not really wide, but like very narrow wide, but this long open, and now it's about like here.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like pretty much say your thumb, in width and length. Uh, I got a long thumb, but the the line pretty much. But anyway, which it's kind of scary, you know. And so what they done is they sent me home with some stuff, and then I got some stuff through the mail, and for like bandages wise and stuff. But he actually packs it. It was like what they call it, packing it, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be, but I don't like it. And so he's strong for that, cause I mean I know I do it for him. I'm not really squeamish, but it's different when you see the person. Like when he decided to look over the curtain
Whole different
when
ball
I was having
game,
the
guys.
C-section.
Whole different ball game.
Go to baby ears.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, you both on it, baby. I'm glad to hear that you're on the road to recovery. Yes, man. Thank you. Uh, they should have treated you as it was them. I always put myself in face. Thank you. Like mom, you see, I was born at home. I was so scared because we lived far away from the hospital, and I went from pain, and they sent me home, and I had my daughter at home. She was wheezing. Aw. And she had to use the bathroom in the bag, and I wouldn't stop bleeding. And I was like, exactly. It's like, is it being lazy? Is it just not caring? And what is it? I'm sorry you had to go through that, Miss Patty. Hey, Chrissy from California. I'm glad you're better than home with your family, Chrissy.
California
Thank you, Miss Geraldine.
knows how to party.
Hey, y'all, Miss y'all. Hey, Miss Wilder, how you doing?
Cool, buddy.
We miss y'all too. Congratulations, stay safe and take care of yourself. Yes, thank you. Yes, ma'am, Miss Barbara. Thank you, Wilder. Thank you so much for sharing with us, dear. I'm glad God pulled you through it and feeling you now. Yes, and that's the thing. And within a couple of weeks, like a week and a few days after coming home from the from my C-section, his birth, it was a week and what, like 2-3 days. Then I was back in the hospital to have a second surgery. Matter of fact, New Year's Day, I had surgery the second time. New Year's Eve, I had to spend a night in the hospital. And far as, oh yeah, that's what I meant to tell you. So because we went through the emergency room and they actually did have a lot of COVID cases or whatever, like you could hear them talking about it. And plus, like people were saying, I'm coming to get a COVID test. I was exposed, this and that. Or some people just knew they had COVID. So it was. I understood why I couldn't have my baby right away. But then after we got to the room, some people, some of them were like, I wouldn't have my baby here, kind of thing. But it was like, so I cried about that because like I'm being selfish because I want my child with me, and this and that. But in the same sense, we were just in this hospital. So what was they gonna do then? That was. I mean, he's still newborn, but he was fresh newborn in the hospital. And y'all left him. Y'all took him out of my room multiple times to do different things. So what about then? You know. And like another one had said, COVID is everywhere. So what he did was when he came to the hospital or whatever, he made sure they could just stay, and then we went home together. He had to go home at one of the times or whatever. But after that, when it came down like to spend the night or whatever, and hopefully I come home, he went ahead and brought him back up there and everything else. And I apologized to whoever to him because I was peed off because I understand certain things. Okay, he said he's gonna go home, shower, and everything else or whatever because it wasn't like we was in one of those like those. Well, we actually was, but he didn't have any clothes. We wasn't expecting to stay.
Yeah, we didn't think that.
So he had went home and said, "Okay, well I'm gonna come back after get everything situated and all that with the baby and me and all that." Okay. And he said, then he told me, "Okay, we're gonna end up taking that from Tyre. Okay, cool. I don't want you on the road with. Granted, we don't stay that far away from the hospital, but still, I want him on the road, even if it was 10 minutes. We'll say further than that, but still. So anyway, I'm like, okay. So hours passed by and everything else, and he said something else to me, or whatever. Then I was like, okay, well, eventually he's gonna come back up here. He had left that morning, early that morning. I didn't see him until it was dark and at night. So I was good and high. When he came to the door and stuff, I was looking at him. And I was looking for my baby. And he wanted to talk and all that. And I'm like, okay. And I want my baby. And I didn't tell him right then. I was peed off. What did you think at first? You just thought I was kind of was aggravated, ready to go home.
Yeah.
And
so, that's what I was thinking.
But then you found out I was peed off with you.
Well, she was mad, so.
Cause it's like, okay, you get to enjoy him and everything else. You don't gotta deal with none of the stuff. At least let me see him. You know, cause like before I went to surgery, I kissed him and everything else, and my baby, and I was like, okay, go get this over with. You know, I had prayed, of course. I prayed as soon as I found out I had cancer. I prayed before, about just getting it, whatever it is, fixed, situated, wherever, no issues. And it looks like what's happened, and that's crazy because no infection whatsoever. But it is what it is. Did I think that we'd be going through any of this stuff? No, but I didn't. Like I told him and anybody else, I didn't think pregnancy was gonna be easy. But I didn't think my body would just completely just reject me like this. And I still gotta use the walker and stuff like that as of right now. And I'm gonna have to get back into physical therapy, which I had to stop that during my pregnancy because I kept having my contractions, and they wasn't Braxton Hicks, they was the real deal. Let's see. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Oh, thumbs up. Thank you. What's your cash up? Oh yeah, we did that last time. I didn't put it in the thing. Oh, you need this. He's gonna put it in the chat as well. Hey, Miss Smith, how you doing? I got praying for you, family, praying for healing, all of you, and so happy day. Love y'all. Let's see. Dad kissed on the baby, babies are so soft to get. Yes. I'll be messing with him. I say, I don't have to worry about breaking all out. I said, but your beard and on your face might break out.
What is your
Another dollar sign. Symbol. My name.
He's loud. Me big man. Oh.
Okay, well, you see Mr. L Sunday commented. That's the cash app. Should be the only cash app in the comments, really. Post your cash app, yeah.
You need to stop moving your big head like that.
Thank y'all. And I'm gonna have to write down everybody's name and everything who's gave, whether it was the cash app, whether it was Amazon. Oh yes, update on Amazon the baby registry.
Honey wipes.
On the baby registry. Wait, is this mute? It's not muted. I hear myself. I'm sorry, it's echoing. Okay. The update on the Amazon baby registry thing. Okay, so I was talking to y'all about the drift baby, the baby drift, which on Amazon is cheaper anyway. It's got two different ones on there, but it's two different 2-packs. It was the reason why I put two of them on there is just in case if one of them had got off of there or not, because the Amazon will upload stuff and then after a while they'll take it off. I guess after they have so many orders. So anyway, I had mentioned to y'all that's really the main thing. It was like that and wipes or whatever, and so we got a ton of wipes. I know we're gonna need some more of those anyway. But when somebody had asked, it was drift. So then it was brought to my attention that it was no longer available, and that's what it told me when I went to it. I don't check it often. A lot of times it just has stuff show up to the house. I'm like, oh crap, somebody got something. Then I thank them like that. But yeah, I'm gonna make a list of everybody that has sent something. I'm gonna try to do something for y'all. Yeah, if it's not soon, hopefully by the end of this year, maybe a Christmas gift to y'all for helping us out when it comes to that, because I really appreciate it. It's like y'all are like more aunties and uncles and stuff to him, to the baby and stuff, and he don't even know yet. But yeah, so Drift is on the Amazon thing, and that is actually a link to all the lives. It should be on there. Okay, let's see. What is his name? He gonna be so soft. That's what we think too. Both grandfathers. His dad and my dad are over 6 foot. His name is Raymond Lee Sanderson the fourth. Yeah.
Number 4.
Yeah. So it's easy to have his nickname because Daddy called him the third. I mean number 3 because he's a third. So when we had the baby, he said, "Well, that's number 4." So he already had his nickname. But he got a billion nicknames just like my husband do. So We got a lot of people in our family. He looked just like his father. I think so. But I see a little bit of. Sometimes I see me. Sometimes I see a blend of us. Sometimes I see my daddy. That's the main three people you hear. You hear me, him, and my daddy. You don't really hear nobody else say he look like somebody else. And everybody's seen Big Boy, huh? It's amazing how alert they are. Little Rayful. It's sad man. Say hey everybody. See, look how alert. And he holding his head up. You see yourself on the camera?
Drew.
But it's not coming out of his mouth. So the only thing I spit out is my spit. Might be getting a little hot.
Big man.
Hey Nancy, signature. What a beautiful blessing. I hope y'all like y'all. Thank you. Sending love from Georgia. Hey Judy.
Georgia.
Ah, he has your eyes. So beautiful. Thank you. I think that's something we get from Mama. I think all Mama kids got her eyes. Let me know. Did y'all get it? Okay. Got to be on this. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I remember when I used to be fussing, and like, especially Miss Brenda. I remember fussing at her and a whole bunch of other y'all for sending things or whatever, whether it was through the mail or whatever. But I also thought about if it was me, I would want somebody to accept what I'm giving. So that's what made it easier. But I really appreciate this. Most likely I'm gonna go do some baby to eat, which that's why I wanted to go. But thank y'all so much. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get a list. I'm gonna have to write down everybody that sent something. A lot of y'all really showed out. Like I deleted a lot of stuff off the baby registry and all that, even if it said it was bought multiple times. I had to remodify things. Then my family gave me a baby shower on my mother's side, and then on my father's side, they wanted to do like a surprise thing for Christmas, but like I said, how my pregnancy went, we had already had the baby. We was at home for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So but anyway, so they did like something like a baby shower to where they just sent gifts or whatever. And I appreciate that because, like I said, I didn't ask for none of that. I just really wanted to be around family. That's really what I wanted. And it was a very difficult time because not only because of stuff I was going through, it was more on the lines of I wasn't really staying with family. I was staying with one of my friends, which is like family. But in the same sense, he wasn't at home. He was over the road, but he's working on coming home. Like we wasn't planning a baby. We thank God, for the baby. But we was like, I was gonna be over the road with him at the time he was driving. What do you call them? Big trucks, diesel. What do you call them?
Call it big truck.
Big truck. Okay, at the time he was doing that 18 wheels, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
But then so now he's at home. He's still using the CDL and everything, but now he's at home every day, and he's still able to work, and it's actually better to be honest with you. So, and what you said you didn't want to be no weekend dad. Let's see. While you were pregnant, you had a baby. I didn't know I've been so baby. I stayed back. Well, the thing is, I wasn't really on like what we did. We announced it.
We wouldn't know.
Yeah, we announced it. Like when I was kind of was doing a vlog thing, when I was on the over the road with him. I was a month and a half out there with you, but I was already
After the Miami vlog.
yeah. I had got that's all right. Our anniversary Miami vlog. We I ended up getting pregnant then. So thank you. Happy New Year to y'all too. It's a son, yeah. It's a boy. That's because giver and most givers don't know how to accept. I've heard that before.
What?
When you're a giver, most givers don't know how to accept gifts and stuff. He look up from time to time.
Big man say, "Cool Bonnie."
Hey, Reggie Gale times 2. Thank
cool
you.
Bonnie.
That would be something. So, I usually say, oh yeah, we're gonna start making videos and stuff again. I'm not saying that this time, okay? I don't believe in superstitious stuff at all. I don't believe in all that kind of crap. But not even say crap, stuff. But in the same sense, yeah, I'm not. Lord's willing, you're gonna start seeing more of us again in a positive mode with all these updates about me going back to the hospital or anything like that, okay? Miss Nancy said, he's so cute. How are you doing, little mom? Rest up and take care of yourself first, and he'll be fine because his mama's taking care. Your mama's good, everyone is good. Thank you. Like I said, I'm way better as far as pain wise and all that. I still have pain every day, but but it's nothing compared to what it was. Rest up is right. I'm pretty sure y'all can see these bags and stuff. I actually took a nap today while he was home. But the thing is, like, me and the baby was both asleep, so it wasn't like he watched the baby by himself. And he was messing with me about that yesterday. Because I was like, I was going to ask you to watch the baby so I could take a nap, but I don't know. He was in the room with us, so it wasn't like, is he a month old? How many weeks? He's 3 weeks. Let's see. Thank you, Miss T. Are you still coupon even though you're not even at, kind of. In a way, yeah. What I did was like the Purex and stuff at Walgreens last week and the week before. I kind of stocked up on that. As far as laundry detergent, we still had some anyway, but it was $1.99. So I was like, cool. And then you got the free pickup and all that. So I had him do that when he come home from work. He needs to go by before he comes home. Walmart, we've been doing pickup with that. As far as couponing, I did some Walgreens couponing today. Soft soap has a coupon for the body wash. And it has a coupon for, the soft soap has a coupon for the body wash when you buy two, certain size, but you can do it online. That's why I like about it. You can do it online and pick it up at the store for free. Or curbside, still pick it up from the store for free, but you don't have to go in, they'll bring it out to you. But anyway, so the soft soap, you buy two of them body washes, and it has $1 off coupon, and you get back $5. Let's see, the soft soap hand soap, buy 4 of those, it has a 75% off coupon, and you get back $4. Barely paying anything out of pocket. Toothpaste, of course, is free because you buy 2 of those at $3.99. It has a $4 off of 2 coupon, and you get back $4. And then check your accounts and see if you have a 4 off of, not 4 off of, you get $4 when you spend a certain amount. I think 18. And then I use when you make 2 orders of $10, whether it's in the store or online.
Stick your fingers in here.
You get back $7 that way. And I did it on 2 different times, like last week and this week I used it. What else did we get?
Pinky in your ear.
Either way, I'm just now really working with Walgreens on that. And once I actually know what after I feel like I know what I'm doing, then. Oh yeah, also use code NEWYOU, NEWYOU, and you get 10% off of certain items. I believe it's 10%. And it'll apply to each individual item that it actually applies to, and then you can do that. So I say it's like $2 and some change on that. Either way, I had $30 worth of stuff. Like I'm gonna say $31 after taxes, and I ended up getting back $28 in like store cash. So I was excited about that. But far as sitting down making videos and stuff, I'm not really good with that right now because I'm feeding for one, and then like I'm still tired and all that. So when he sleeps, I try to lay down, even if I can't go to sleep at the time. And then he's gone during the day when he goes to work. So the weekends I pretty much have him. But in the same sense, I still gotta get to that point to where I can go to sleep. He's still up and he watching them kind of thing. Because right now it's like only way I'm gonna go to sleep is like if he sleeps. Like I could be fighting it with him home for some reason. I don't know. I'm not trying to do that. I need to go to sleep if I got some help, but it's just me being crazy, I guess. I'm sorry I'm a bit late. Good to see you guys. Thank you. No, it's fine. But feel free to ask questions, y'all. I'm pretty sure I left something out. And I'm just trying to update y'all and everything else. Y'all have the right to know what's going on, especially if we're saying, oh, we're going to come back and all this other kind of stuff. And then bam, nothing. And then y'all giving and y'all supporting us. And then, now y'all supporting us and the baby. So it's like, but I'm trying to get back on here coupon wise, or even if it's vlogging or a little both. I want to show y'all the room. That was the next thing we were supposed to be doing. Like I said, I haven't really edited and doing nothing. Like anything that's on my phone has been on my phone, unless it's just me taking pictures of him every day. So, but yeah. So y'all have any questions or whatever? Not gonna try to keep y'all on here too long, and then plus other people also rewatch these videos that can't get on at certain times. So I don't want them to have to watch too long. And we're actually doing good on service right now. Glad to hear from y'all. Can't really see y'all, but glad to hear from y'all. Hey, how y'all have edition? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Especially with the baby. Healthy baby. At that. Thank God. And health thing, he was healthy throughout the entire pregnancy. No issues whatsoever, no scares with him. It was all just me doing the most, I guess, I guess I was trying to get into Guinness workers and stuff. I don't know what I was trying to do.
And back to this, you falling out the bed.
Oh yeah, go ahead and tell your story.
I don't know what she was doing. She just fell out the bed.
You knew what I was trying to do.
She said she was trying to grab some baby bottles, but she fell out the bed, y'all. She trying to go back to the hospital.
No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Nobody should want to go back to the hospital like that. No, okay, so what happened was we were talking, the baby was asleep or whatever, in this little thing my cousin bought. And so I had him in there, and he was on the other side of the bed, and I was on the right side. And the whole thing is I have like a little mini fridge I can get in and out of, right? And so what I started doing was if I pump or if I just have a bottle in general, I put them over there. Well, one of them need to be washed. Now that's how I was getting ready to get out of bed. And I have a body pillow and it's huge. And I stuffed it even more. It's one of those ones that look like more than a C. It wraps around you kind of thing. And you can straddle it with your legs and stuff so it gets the pressure off your legs, especially when you're pregnant. Well, anyway, so I'm reaching to get the bottle, and so next thing you know, I'm on the floor. I'm still trying to adjust to how, it scared me. I didn't make a noise, nothing. It was just like, I'm still trying to catch myself. And then I'm getting fussed at, and he's coming around the other side of the bed, fussing at me, talking about some. What'd you say?
I don't say nothing.
Yes, you did. You fussed at me.
You said something.
He's not gonna tell you what he said. Either way, I was getting fussed at because I fell out the bed, and like he told y'all, I decided to fall out the bed. Who decides to purposely fall out the bed? So anyway, I ended up laughing because I was okay for one. It hurt, of course, and it could have been worse, but the body pillow actually helped me out a lot, especially on my right side. And so of course he had to help me get up off the floor and stuff. And
he's trying to get to you.
You can hear me talking and stuff. Got them hiccups. Hey, big boy. And then he's standing up. You want to sit down? Okay. So yeah. I had a rough morning yesterday. And then I was already on lockdown because when he's gone, that's another reason I got mini refrigerator in the we already had it, but we had it in the front in the kitchen for to put like extra drinks in. But since, everything happened, it's in the room with me, along with like the potty and all that kind of stuff I had before. So now I got to the point so I can start coming out the room, but then he started threatening to act like I had to stay in home again after that happened. So
she grounded it.
But I'm doing better for it. Well, I can't. In a way, it's better when it comes to walk. I have up and down. Good days and bad days. Yeah.
Some days she want to be babied.
Stop lying. Don't touch me. You know you're lying.
You gotta burp her sometimes.
What? Okay. Just PLSMH. Andrew right now. Once he runs his yeah, I guess it's funny. I'll be laughing at him. Yes, ma'am, I'm trying. One moment at a time, and it's okay to be babies. Yep. But I don't be honestly. I don't be trying. So I get fussed at because of that too. But he'll be all right. You can't figure out who I'm talking to. Is that what it is? Yeah, these hiccups good though. Hey, sometimes we get a smile in. I'm gonna have to catch these on camera. I can never catch these on camera. Hey, that's pretty early, ain't it? 3 weeks to be smiling.
I'm trying my best,
What?
but she bullies me too much.
Hey, we got this up. We should be
Yeah,
able
let
to.
me go to it. BB.
At the top.
Yeah, I gotta remember how
Live
to
chat,
do
I think.
it. Mr. Alexander better take care of you. Mr.
Yeah.
Alexander is going to have you sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor. So you won't fall.
Pretty much.
That's a good idea.
No, don't give me no ideas. The baby ain't sleeping on the floor, so
The baby ain't you with though.
how I get to the baby?
Let's be you.
It's like to be you because you don't get up in the middle of the night to get him.
Mm-hmm.
If he wakes up or to change him or to feed. They say, you don't feed me. You don't got no milk.
You don't like daddy milk.
See?
Which daddy milk is a formula. Every so often we gotta give it to him. But
I asked who when I had to stay in that night.
you don't like daddy milk.
Then I had to catch back up because my supply was going down. Well, not going down, but he eats a good bit. And the doctor told me everything's fine and all that. But I'm like, he greedy. How long he is? Look at him. Okay.
You big man.
Can't look at you.
Hey. Who's the white one? Who's the white one?
Are you want to be?
You coming over here?
He should be going to sleep soon. Now. He's just hiccups got him now.
You like laying on me?
Yep. And he got these big hands and feet too from his mama's side for sure. Yes, definitely alert. Daddy thought it was so well, Daddy and Mama thought it was so cool how when he heard their voice and he immediately looked at them and all that. And that was like first day out the womb. So, but they say that they can hear your voice and all that. So I guess he recognized their voice. Cause I pretty much talked to my parents almost every day, especially towards the end. And then I went to the emergency room 5 times and had to stay in the hospital. Well, all 5 times. So at least overnight with some of them, and then some of them a couple of days, and one of them 4 days. But anyway, I had to go to the emergency room a lot when I was pregnant, and I actually could have went more. And every time I went, they said they was happy I came, so wasn't like no overreaction. But one time I had to go in an ambulance because
I know, I'm sorry.
couldn't get up and stuff, and he wasn't there, so he could have picked me up. But they was. Oh, none of them really try to pick me up unless it was on the stretcher anyway. Y'all, my prayers, love the baby. Good night. Good night, y'all. And we're about to close this video out anyway. It's about to be 45 minutes. So, any last questions or anything? And I know a lot of people kind of come in and out. People leave and people come and kind of stay at the same number though. Thank you for all the likes because that really brings in the people. Y'all know that.
31 likes.
31 likes.
So we're gonna be having him couponing.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's it? I guess his name could be Baby Sunday.
Baby on Sunday for you too. You feel me?
Baby on Sunday. Get some
Or
church
how some
in.
people say, I seen it.
Yeah. Good night, y'all. Really appreciate it. And then feel free to comment in the comments even after the video. But like I said, I updated the baby registry. So it should have a draft now. I know I brought up last time. People brought up to my attention that you told me about the draft, but it says it's not available. If it did show up, and some of it didn't even show up at all. So now everything's good. Makes like he ain't got no hair right there, don't it?
He got a little mohawk.
Wait, are you smiling?
Big mean.
Why you got to smile?
Whoa.
Like I was maybe, but not now. All right, y'all. And then plus we gotta get ready for this week.
Good night, y'all.
Y'all have a good week too. And like I'll just try to update y'all, and then eventually I hope we'll get into a routine. But pretty much until probably after I get this wound and everything closed or whatever completely and all that, what's probably when we'll actually decide on an actual like schedule. Thank y'all for being here. And y'all have a good night.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Riz. Hey, Alexander B. You got anything you want to say?
We appreciate everything y'all do for us, though.
Yes.
We've been talking about y'all. I know it don't seem like it, but y'all also more than welcome to reach out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If y'all have any questions for us or want to just talk to us.
YouTube, they can only comment now. They took the messaging off. Facebook and Instagram, y'all can message me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start checking them more often anyway. Just your Instagram. All right, y'all. Good night.